Hello, welcome you all once again for our communication. That the class 4, that the last class. Okay, we can go through classroom communication, mass media communication and society, and barriers to communication. These are the things we are going to explain today. Okay, shall we move to the next page? That is classroom communication. Okay, inside the classroom, what are the factors? How we can do it in proper way? Okay, so what thing is going on? Shall we go? Integral part of teaching and learning process. What is integral part? The main part is the teaching learning process. The teacher is teaching the things inside the class. That is the main, we can say it is a main process. Okay, main role is the teaching role there. Okay, two-way communication. What is two-way communication means? The teacher has to speak with the students, and in the same way the students also want to teach with the want to talk with the, not teach, sorry, want to talk with the teacher. Then only they will get or can convey the messages and will get the knowledge. Okay, teacher teaches to the students, and students can ask questions regarding the teaching and their doubts and what are the two-way communication. Okay, then direct communication. What is direct communication? The communication direct. There is no the teacher directly to the student. There is no in between. There is nobody is there. So the feedback is very easy to get back. What result he or she sent, will get it. So there is any negative means can improve it very fastly. That is another effect. Okay. Then purposive and positive. Purposive means it may be a reasonable. Okay. Then next one is positive. It may be affirmative. It may be helpful to the students. Then class size effect. What is class size? The strength have an important role of the classroom. Most students means it is very difficult to give a communication properly. There is strength supposed to be a minimum quantity and quality also needed. Then only the communication must be very classic. Otherwise, the more students are there means it is not easy to control all together. So less students means easy to grasp. Okay, and the same way back to with the teacher also. Then individual and group instruction. So individual is the each persons as they can ask. A group instruction also can give in between them, and they can ask directly back to the teacher also, single or group. So that is the way of the classroom communication going on. These are the factors there. Okay. Now other ways, speaking, talking with the students, and in the same way can speak back to the teacher, also can ask questions. Then lecturing, that is the side of mode of the teacher, explaining, lecturing and explaining very similar. Then illustrating, demonstrating, then conducting student debate, that means arguing with the different themes, and discussion in between the students, and queries, enquiries, and clearing the doubts and asking questions. These are the other ways to develop their knowledge and skills inside the classrooms. Now, use technology. Yes, advanced technologies is coming one by one. So we want to use the technology to help them or to get the knowledge very fastly than aura and all. Okay, so one is the overhead projector. Using the projector, you can show the visuals and audio visual, both to the sound and visual. Then last one is a computer technology. Using the computer, we can grasp more latest ideas and knowledge. So help them to give a hand to use the computers inside the classrooms. Okay. Planning classroom communication. That is another thing. Planning classroom communication. How we have to plan. What is the plan? There is a plan, systematic. The teachers, those who are going for some training, especially for TTC, B.Ed, or like this, they are giving certain syllabus and rules to how to tackle the students inside the classroom. So role of the teacher, the main role is the teacher. Teacher is the main role. So teacher has to want to have a good leadership to look all of the things. Then design and present. What is design and present? Teacher also supposed to be planned well, especially the lesson plan and the preparation for presenting the students. That teachers, it should be a planned one. Otherwise, it will not be go properly. Then Develop classroom culture. What is culture? Well, it will not be like a market. Maybe some kind of qualities want to keep. One is participation. What is participation? Means all students supposed to involvement is essential. Then only the class will go smoothly. Then empathy. Emotions of different people have different times. So want to go through the emotion of the students and have to overcome it. Then democracy, having shows the equality to all the students, appreciation, encouragements to the or giving inspirations to the student to develop their skills. Then next one is a patience. That is important thing for a teacher to keep up a patience. And only the different kind of students from different places, so want to keep a patience, and only they can take the class and give the communication properly. And developing the skill in the learners. Yes, different students have different skills, so want to observe it and help them to develop the skill one by one. Now, mass media and society. Mass communication, the term mass is the large, okay. So the audience also suppose to mass audience, large group audience are there. Now, channel of mass communication. What is a channel? A channel is the way the mass media, television, then like this, social media, many things are there. Mass media transmit by anonymous persons to heterogeneous mass. That is the receiver. That is transmit anonymous persons. That means we are hearing a news from the radio, okay, or we are observing a TV news. We are not knowing that person. He is very far, but we can see the person, but you are not familiar. Only not knowing personally. But the message is already reaching here and reaching to the person with different types of people, or people are in the not in the same categories. Okay, the types, different types means different types of medias are there. That is a traditional printing. That is the earlier newspapers and all. Then the electronic. Electronic means TV. And then we can see mobile and all the things are now using as well. Then social medias, using the Facebook, Twitter and all things. Okay, the types. Then one way, only one side, that we were giving all, we are just some communication to the telecasting or something, means only reaching and receiving. There is no return back. Okay, we cannot give some process. Some social media is having a chance to giving a feedback and all, but in the television and all, we cannot get them back to them. Only once we only receive the communication only. Source, that means organization or institution, from where the source is getting from, a certain group of people from the only they are catching the sources. Now, other things, what are the other things? There is no privacy. What is not privacy means we cannot see that whatever they are sending, all can see. There is no lock. That means equal to all. Okay. Then feedback, indirect, delay, and absent. What is a maybe indirect feedback? Sometimes may be problem. That means these are regarding or touching with electronics gadgets. Maybe a transmission problem or due to some range or some technical problems may happen. So the feedback is not easy to get it. Okay. Then cost per individual less. The cost is very less. Just comparing all together, if you want to see the all world news and all things, if you keep up a dish or something, means you will get all the things directly. Just comparing with some other things. And the other thing, short duration message. All the information are very short one, very small one. Okay. Now, role of the mass media. What is the role of the mass media? What are the things we are getting through mass media? What role they are doing in the society or in a country, whatever it may be. What is information, awareness, and education? What is information? We are getting different kind of knowledge and all. And awareness. Awareness means information in the same way. The information awareness means giving directions or development, and education to getting an improvement in our studies. Then socialization. Giving a special kind of society by giving different kind of culture, and then cultural transmission and developments. All kind of difference are different people, different transmission, different kind of culture and different development will happen in the society. These are the main roles of the mass media nowadays. Now barriers. What is barriers means? They are called the obstacles. Okay. First one is language and semantic. What is language? That means language is always a barrier for the communication. That means different language. Most of them very easy to send all the news in all over the world. We have to use the international language, that is the English. Okay, the language is a barrier. If you see a Russian channel or something, it is not easy to get the language properly. We are not aware about the language, that is Russian or Italian language or something means. So the language also a barrier. Okay. So next one, individual, emotional, psychological barrier. What is individual? Each people have their own problems, to limitations there. Okay. Then emotional. Different people have different emotion on sending time, whether they have C or not. Okay, according to the personal reason, we can say. Then what is next one is organizational. What is organizational? Some limitation is there for some particular cultured person. Okay, that we can see there is an obstacle or banning or censoring like this. Then cross culture and geographical barrier. What is cross culture? Cross culture means different kind of culture, and barriers means geographical barriers means some mountains or something are there, means sometimes the range may be less, or then these also some barriers for the communication. Interpersonal barriers, that means the obstacle between the two person, that is interpersonal. Okay, now another one is the physical, channel and media barrier. What is the physical? Some equipments problem or something means, or the channel will not be in fluent, some technical. Then media barriers and some other things we can say about the natural calamities, all the things will include. Okay. Then last one is a technological barrier, some problem regarding to the electronic gadgets problems and all. Okay, these are some of the barriers to the communication. Hopefully, I think we have already 4 classes altogether for the communication. Communication already over. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe this channel. We'll come with other subjects soon. Thank you very much.